Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, good
Good morning.
afternoon, good evening, depending on where
Morning.
you're coming from. So good to see you all.
Good morning.
Oh,
Morning.
Hi,
It's
Evan.
Indira. Hi, Carla.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, it's so nice to see all you on.
Finally back to work after 5 weeks. So
Oh my God.
Everything's well. Everybody's feeling good.
Happy Friday.
Good.
Happy Friday to you all too.
Happy Friday. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm en route to a meeting, so I don't have my camera on. Hopefully I can hear through the whole thing.
Excellent. Thanks, Marissa. All right. Well, Allison, do we have anyone else in the waiting room or shall we get started here?
Go ahead and get started. I'll just let people in if I see them
Okay.
up in there.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's always nice to see happy faces, and it's fun to do this on a Friday afternoon. So appreciate you taking the time and being here with us. But we have some special guests with us today. 3 of our principal members are with us, and they are here to tell us a little bit about their organizations and what they do. And then we're going to have Q&A at the end, if you don't mind. But for most of you, you know, our principal members or organizations or partners that join FIABCI, they actually do pay membership fees like the rest of you, and they are on our board of directors. So they're an integral part of our organization and helping us collaborate and work on different things together. So we're very pleased to have 3 of them here today. We have Carmen Chong here with us from ARIA. We have Stephen Welch, who is here with the CCIM, and then Alex Escudero, who was on but was having a few microphone issues, so he's going to log back on shortly, but he is with us from the National Association of Realtors. So I'd like to start with Carmen. I want you, if you don't mind, I know you have a brief little presentation, if you want to share with us a little bit about what's going on with ARIA right now, the Asian Real Estate Association of America. Carmen, the floor is yours.
thank you. Thank you, President Carla. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone here. So a little bit about ARIA. Let me start with a little bit of a very short history. So in 2003, ARIA was founded by 2 gentlemen that most of you might know, Mr. Alan Okamoto and Mr. Zhang Yang Wang, who's they're both very, active within NAR and all the local associations. As it should be, what they saw is that there wasn't any association that will represent the AAPI community. So therefore, they founded ARIA, which is Asian Real Estate Association of America. And from that vision that they had, today we have 45 chapters across the US, including 2 in Canada, 1 in Toronto, 1 in Vancouver. And we have about 19,000 members. And then later in 2011, another gentleman, Mr. Alan Chen, past president, he was being approached a lot because he does a lot of global business as to how our members can expand their network globally. So therefore, an ARIA Global, which is a separate entity, was started in 2011. And it became a true organization in 2013. But then, as you know, pandemic really helped out to get us all closer together with these Zoom meetings and all that. And that's where ARIA Global has taken off. And we are doing a lot of great things, benefits, value for our members so that they can become global. And I do have a presentation and a video which helps me just tell you what it is that we do so I don't have to repeat it and repeat it. So if I can share that video,
Please do.
that'll be great. Okay, let me do that. Let's see, this is the part that I get a little challenged sometimes, even though I do this a lot. Do you see my screen?
We do.
Okay, great. So today, I put the oh, wait a minute. No, this is not it. Oh my gosh. I had it all ready for you to
I know you just did a wonderful trip. Did you not? To
Yes.
Vietnam and Cambodia? Yeah, that was
Yes, we want to and that's another news that I have for you. We opened a new division in Cambodia, and then we also opened a new division, kind of like an extension of ARIA Global in Mexico as well. So yes. I am so sorry. I know that we're
No,
pressed for
that's okay. Right.
time.
While you're doing that, so just a reminder that we're going to be in Singapore for our World Congress coming up at the end of May. Anyone can unmute or raise your hand if who's going to Singapore that's part of our group with us today. Other than Carmen. Carmen has like one Asia trip after another planned. She should just stay there. It'd be easier for her.
Yeah, I should stay in Southeast Asia for sure. Okay, I found it. I found it. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Carmen.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, very much looking forward to that trip.
Yes.
Although I must say that I had a little sticker shock on the airline tickets. Boy, if airfare has really jumped up this year.
Everything is going up like crazy, you guys.
Yeah.
So try to reserve your rooms, everything ahead of time because it does creep up. Okay,
Indeed.
let's see. There you go. So FIABCI, first Friday, April 5th, unlocking opportunities is what we do and connecting capital with opportunities. And this is the video that I'm gonna be showing you, and it will summarize everything that we do. Hello, everyone. I am Carmen Chong, the CEO of ARIA Global. I'm so excited today to share with you with ARIA Global's vision, which is to create business opportunity and to connect our members to the world. Our 4 pillars: Project Showcase, Referral Connect, Up Close Trip, and International Membership. So let's connect by going to ariaglobal.com and join today. Thank you.
Carmen, these buildings we're seeing, are these places that you've all visited, or are the developers that are working with you?
Say that, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
The developments we just looked at, are those partners of yours, or
Yes.
I'm just okay.
Yes.
Fun photo. That was MIPIM?
Mm-hmm. No, that was your World Congress.
Ah, okay, a couple years ago, yes.
We brought about 30 people, 30 ARIA people with us. Who doesn't like Paris?
Exactly. And these are some of your conferences and different things that you've been doing, I see. The Saudi Arabia, which was
Yeah,
what we just had in the fall.
and that's my board members.
Excellent.
And there you have it. So I will just go touch a little bit in each one of our 4 pillars, and we'll be done. If you have any questions, just let me know or reach out to me.
Yeah.
Okay?
We'll do those at the end, everybody, if you don't mind.
Sure. So Project Showcase, what you saw, so you asked me as to whether those are our partners. Yes, we identify and curate some of the new developments so that our members can represent them and then make the full commission. So we negotiate that. It's not just a referral fee of 25, 30%, but it is basically being able to represent it. And of course, they're being educated with everything that there is to know to be able to represent those projects. Referral Connect, this is something that it's as it says in here, a technology platform where you can connect, send, or receive leads. You just need to upload your profile. The more complete your profile is, the best. the better it is. And then you'll be able to connect not just within the ARIA family, but within other organizations around the world. And this particular platform has over 500,000 members. You could also, this is something that you can see a screenshot of when you want to upload your listings that you might not be and wanted to expand it globally. This is a sample as to how it will look like. And this is where your profile is, and it's very easily, it's very user-friendly where you can send a referral or send a message to someone within the community. If you cannot find anyone to do the business with, and then you can always go outside and find that professional from another company or association. ARIA Global, we're very well known for. Up Close Trip is more like an exploratory trips where you get to learn about the culture, about the investments, about being able to represent and visit those developments that we become partners with. Those are some of the countries that we have been, and we just recently came from Cambodia and Vietnam. And of course, we have our global summit in Vietnam this year. Last year was in Mexico. How to join ARIA Global, you just go to ariaglobal.com. So we were created because of ARIA, Asian Real Estate Association of America members. And for the ARIA members, there's no additional cost. You have to become a member of one of our chapters or be a national member, and then you can activate your membership with ARIA Global. We do have separate database. Not everybody does international business, right? If you're not an ARIA member, then this is how we encourage our new people to come and join ARIA. And that's why we have grown so quickly in a sense of having the 19,000 members within ARIA family. And for the international memberships, totally separate. That is $199 individual. We do have corporate membership and also organization membership. So everything can be found in ariaglobal.com website. Global membership, as we all know, even with FIABCI, I'm so blessed to be one of your principal members. Thank you so much, FIABCI USA, because you have opened up our door, the doors to us even more. And like any association, and I think that where we're a little bit different is that we identify those projects so that you can do business, right? It's not just to learn, to empower, to network, but it's to do actual business and referrals and leads. And this is in Mexico. We had it last year, our very first Global Luxury Summit. We started since, like I said, last year, doing it in different countries. Before that, it was within the United States. So we felt that we needed to go out and visit the other countries to bring them back in and be more closer and, get to know each other more. And then to be able to then build a very strong relationship amongst us. So that's my board. And this was in Vietnam after one of the sessions. So we had the CREA, the Chinese Real Estate Association of America. We have AMPI there. We have NAR. Thank you, Alex, for sending Yoshi to us. And then we had the Vietnamese Real Estate Association. So we had a really good time, and it was very informative per se. Difficult, but informative. Because, all of us are global, so we have to really understand the culture of different countries. Don't take it personally. Take it that's how they were, so this is where I saw that they need us more because they wanted to learn from how we do business here in the professional way. Okay. And that's it. And announcements. Well, we're gonna for 2024, we're gonna have the webinars from global experts and developers. Up Close Trip, I was just telling President Carla that we may be going to Beijing, China in May, and just before going to FIABCI World Congress. And we're gonna have, actually FIABCI Thailand invited us to come down to see them in August. So we're gonna try to also add in Cambodia and Vietnam for Up Close. And our next year Passport Global Summit, we were thinking about doing it in Europe, but we have decided that where there is business or revenue happening and all that is actually in Southeast Asia. So we're gonna go to Japan for the Global Summit, and then we're gonna go to an Up Close trip to Philippines. And that's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much.
Carmen, thank you so much. If you would just stop sharing screen, we're going to get Stephen Welch, who is our newest principal member from CCIM, and he is their Vice President of Education. So welcome, Stephen. We're happy to have you as a member and look forward to what you're going to tell us about CCIM today.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Allison. It's great to be here with you and Carmen and Alex and everybody here. You know, the CCI Institute is proud to be a member of FIABCI. And let me share my screen here. I'll get some slides up and we'll get this going. I can tell you a little bit more about the CCIM Institute. All right, can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes, we can.
So my name's Stephen Welch. I'm the Vice President of Education. Yeah, the CCIM Institute is a global commercial real estate organization. You know, that's really our focus. We're an affiliate of NAR, and our focus is on commercial real estate. We're really committed to elevating the profession through a number of things. And, you know, we really believe that the CCIM designation is something that distinguishes commercial real estate professionals from the field. Our mission is to elevate those members to the highest levels of success. We utilize that by providing education, technology services and tools, and also networking opportunities. Now, we've been a leader in working with professionals in commercial real estate since the 1960s for over 56 years. We've got members in 30 countries, more than 30 countries. We've got 59 chapters around. And it's interesting, you know, we are about 47% brokers, but one of the strengths of the CCIM Institute is our members really are across the entire field of real estate. So we've got investors, developers, consultants, financial people, you know, everything you see on the list there. What that provides us and to our members and people who are participating with us is you get to connect with the people that you can make deals happen with. And really, that's what our focus is for our members. We want to help you do more deals, make more money, and to bring that into focus in an international stage. So 70% of our designees are, you know, they're influencers, right? They hold the title of owner, partner, principal, president, vice
The
president.
new buzzword, influencers.
Yeah, absolutely. And interestingly, well, you know, you got to talk to the people who can make the decisions, right? And our designees are those people. And the thing is like I said before, you know, doing more deals, making more money. Our designees average 42% more transactions annually than non-designated brokerage specialists, and we also earn twice as much per deal annually than non-designated professionals. So, you know, that's the value and the value and the strength that we bring to the profession. For those of you who aren't aware of how you earn the CCIM designation, real quick, it's a very in-depth and intense curriculum. Anybody on here who is a CCIM, congratulations. Thank you for being through that program. But, you know, we put you through over 150 hours of curriculum. We do things on negotiations, financial analysis for investment, market analysis for investment, user decision making, and investment analysis. And we also have to have you pass a comprehensive exam to earn that PIN to become a CCIM. We offer those courses in a variety of formats, live, online, and virtual. So we also do self-paced courses. As it relates to our audience here, you know, we're active internationally, and to follow the theme I heard about, boy, Southeast Asia is where a lot of things are happening. We're very active in Japan, Korea, Taiwan, China. I just got back from Vietnam actually in November and was talking to some folks there about maybe getting some programming going. So we really see a high level of interest and activity in the Asia region, but we are doing things in Europe, in Poland and Turkey, and we have a very active Canadian chapters. We're more than just the CCIM designation. I do want to point out that we have tools and educational material for people at all stages of their career. We have the Robert L. Ward Center for Commercial Real Estate Studies, and that really provides us with more than 50 courses that are short, focused on specific topics. And you can see some examples of those things here. I won't go into them, but we can talk more about those things if you want to reach out to me. Like I said before, we try to provide convenience, get your education the way that you want it in the format that you want. The other thing that we do is provide technology tools. We have a suite of tools called Site to Do Business, stdb.com, and it basically provides you with all sorts of things, demographic and mapping technologies, prospecting tools. You can do assessments for flood and climate risk, aerial imaging, human movement data, really to help you understand site location, site selection, all those things as you're making decisions about potential investments and properties and deals.
Stephen, while I have you on that topic, is that a member benefit or is that available to everybody when they get on your website?
So actually, there we have if you're a member, you get it as a benefit of membership, but non-members can subscribe to that tool set. So
Nice.
it's available. We hope that you'll use it as a member though, because we'd love to have you in our community. That makes things more valuable. Some of the other things we have that like with the pin, we're talking about that site to do business, and likewise we have a findusccim.com tool, which really allows our CCIMs to connect with people, but it's also a tool that we're promoting for people who are looking for an experienced person to work with, and it allows them to reach out and connect with CCIMs. I know I've been at some recent meetings where our leadership get emails and calls from people just who are reaching out, trying to find somebody to help them with a deal in their market. So it's a great referral tool. We're really committed to the future of the profession. And one thing I want to point out is we are also partnering with the NAR to do the C5 plus CCIM Global Summit in September. It's going to be at the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. As you know, Florida is a hot spot for commercial real estate investment, and we're really looking forward to being there. So thank you for your time today. And with that, I'll turn it back over to President Carla.
Thank you. And FIABCI USA is also partnering with CCIM and NAR on that venture. We're going to be having our fall meetings right following that C5 conference in Hollywood. So we're very much looking forward to that. So last but not least, the person I've known probably longer than anyone else that's on this platform today, and not even the speakers, but I mean all of you, is my dear friend Alex Escudero. From the National Association of Realtors, and we are almost friends, just shy of 20 years right now. So Alex,
Wow.
you were a baby. I was telling everybody when I met you.
Please tell me you can hear me now.
I can hear you now.
Lovely. All right, Carla. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. It's a super honor to be here, surrounded by so many professional leaders of the industry. I personally am very, very glad to see you lead FIABCI USA this year. As you know, I mean, you said it, we go back a long time, and your understanding of all facets of the industry is really making a big difference. So I'm very, very glad that that's the case this year. And just like my predecessors, if you allow me, I'm going to share a couple slides that I have prepared. I know that in some of them, I'm going to be preaching to the choir, since you're all fairly familiar with NAR. But I think I'm going to provide with some information that's going to be really interesting for those of you who want to learn more about what we do on a global scale. So can you all see my screen?
We can.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to start by sharing a little bit about what our goals are, because people tend to think of NAR. I mean, actually, the name is the National Association of Realtors. We indeed are a very international organization of realtors, as most of you know. So goals of our very own team at NAR Global, I would say basically three big pillars that are the DNA of who we are. We want to help our members be more successful. I know that Carmen and Steve have touched on that. We know that this is an extremely lucrative niche of the market, global real estate. Last year alone, over $53 billion, according to NAR's research, were poured into residential real estate in the US by international folks. So we always go back to the question, what part of that big pie are you getting, right? We know there is a lucrative business there. Other than it being fun, the network it creates, there is a huge business there, and we're big believers that our members can benefit from it. Raise the level of professionalism. I'm super glad about initiatives like this one. This is a perfect example. And I mean, through our very own Center for Realtor development initiatives, we have over 26 designations and certifications. And through partnering, and I'm super glad CCIM is here, through our alliances and teamwork with our societies, councils, and institutes, we do provide a second to none opportunity for our members to learn more about real estate in all and every single different facet of it. So I think that is a big benefit and a big goal of why we do exceed, and definitely we leverage this network that we have in-house, and then develop global markets. That's a very important one. We go on a market by market case here, but depending on what country we're talking about, and we'll see later the amount of different countries we have agreements with, our approach is very different. But we're all about teaching how to implement best practices. Those can be called efficient transaction and compensation deals between brokers, which we know as NLS. That can be standardization of licensing. You know, most of the countries, Carla, you're very, very familiar with this. They do not have license. They do not have any sort of regulation in place that helps the industry move forward in a smooth way. And then basic advocacy, like we've helped so many markets in having conversations with their very own governments, which is something that we do fairly well here in the US. So sharing that recipe for success when it comes to advocacy is another one of the big things that we do on that specific developed global markets pillar. Our global footprint, like I was saying, when it comes to global, our stakeholders outside of the US are big. We currently are in all 6 continents. That is actually not updated this week. This coming week in Nigeria, we'll be signing our 78th country. It's gonna be Uganda in Africa. We have over 100 bilateral partners, so meaning like-minded institutions that we partner with that are authorized voices for local real estate businesses. And we are at an all-time high of 8,000 international realtor members, meaning members of those associations that we have partnerships with that voluntarily decide to align themselves with the realtor brand and become international realtor members. When it comes to the US, because when I'm talking about global, a lot of people tend to think that our focus as NAR Global is only anything and everything happening outside of our borders. That is very, very far from being the truth. Again, I'm preaching to the choir here. Look at the footprint of our role and our mission here in the US. We got an incredible group of volunteers. I have recognized several of them. Carla, you being a veteran on this specific.
I have a problem with saying no, but go on.
For us, I've seen our good friend and brand new global coordinator to Western Europe, Crystal Silver as well. I say hello to her too. We have 25 global ambassadors, 6 global coordinators. These are US-based individuals, US-based members of the National Association of Realtors that serve. This is extremely exciting, guys, as a bridge between NAR, all things NAR, and the country or countries that we have specifically assigned them to. Huge role, great responsibility. We love to leverage the expertise and talent of these folks. We also have over 130 global councils in 28 states. This is big for us. This is one of the main things that we do within the US to try to plant that global seed. We talk to all locals, to all state associations of realtors, and we help them with strategizing over what are those global initiatives that can make a difference within their members. And many of those times, it involves the creation of what we call the global councils that are basically these global think tanks that are created within state and local boards here in the US. And we have also over 40 ambassador associations. Another exciting program, similar to the Sister Cities program, if you're familiar with that term, by which we assign to each and every one of the countries outside of the US where we have a partnership, a local or state board that has a global council, so that not only the relationship is between NAR and our bilateral partner, but we are providing that bilateral partner or partners in a given country, because we have countries where we have more than one, the possibility to connect also with local and state stakeholders here in the US. And that obviously, as you can tell, and as you know already, brings a lot of business opportunities, networking, education, etc. Speaking of networking, education, etc., and I'm flying through this, I'm going to highlight which are some of our biggest and best, I would say, programs within Global. We have the International Realtor Membership. Many of you know it as the IRM program. Lots of opportunities on basically 4 specific fields: networking and business, education. There's nothing random about having placed the CCIM logo there, by the way, Steve. Marketing and research. On each and every one of those categories, you can find everything and anything that can help you globalize your business. We got international referral forms in different languages. We have a directory of Find a Realtor by which any realtor over these 1.5 million members can find you, can break them down by language spoken, designations, state specific niche of the market that you cover, you serve, etc. You name it. Lots of opportunities within the marketing field as well, with Photify and different other apps that help you directly post into your social networks messages that are preloaded. That's very cool. They're all completely customized. All of our consumer awareness campaigns are translated into more than 6 languages, so you can use them in your local market to stand out among the crowd, to have an excuse to tell your clients why you're different, why you being a realtor means something different than real estate professionals within your market. We're all about you being able to differentiate yourself with these resources, whether you're in the US or outside of the US. Then we also have tons of opportunities when it comes to networking, especially through our 2 main events. We have one event that's coming up now, and I'll talk about that in a second. The legislative meetings here in DC, and our big business education focus event is the one that happens every year in November. This year is going to happen in Boston. And yeah, research, we got plenty of research materials that have tons of information state by state on what's happening globally on each and every one of those. It also gives you great highlights on where US clients are investing overseas as well. So it's a lot of good information that can help you better target your marketing efforts and many other things. But that is one thing where I always see realtors succeeding in using this type of tools. So again, everything and anything you can do on you might need to globalize your business is part of this program. Then, like I was mentioning, Global Ambassador Program, we are extremely lucky to work with the incredible volunteers that we work. They share their time, their talents with us. I personally learn lots from them because I ask a lot of questions, and there's no better way to expand your footprint than bringing your very own members to share their expertise and knowledge. They do a great job. As I said, we have those global councils as well that play an instrumental role in helping us expand the global footprint and plant that global seed within the US, and the Ambassador Association, as I was explaining earlier. That's a photo. The one down left is a photo of the last kickoff meeting in Chicago last January. Every January, we do a kickoff meeting in which we invite all of our global ambassadors and coordinators to get excited and all fired up about what's happening. Yeah, even this year, they got super fired up. And last but not least, 2024 event highlights. Like I was saying, May 4th through the 9th, we'll have the May legislative meetings. I hope to see many of you there. This year, I know that we're back at Capitol Hill visits, lots of exciting stuff. I know we will have members of FIABCI there, so look forward to connecting with you all. Then, as Steve mentioned, we have the C5 plus CCIM Summit. That's going to be a big one, and it's going to be, just as an appetizer, I can tell you, spoiler, it's going to be more global than it's ever been. There's a good number of important global deals in the making. Cannot spill the beans just yet. And I know, Carla, you've been very helpful in providing me with good contacts and good information to make this happen. So I appreciate that.
Excellent.
Then we are doing an event that we've done this is going to be the 5th edition of it. It's called the International Real Estate Conference. It talks to a model that I've implemented since a few years ago, in which I want to see more regional collaboration. I want to see our partners within each and every one of the territories that we're at connecting more between them. So this is an event that tags along to to the main event of our partner in Malaysia. It's going to be from the 6th to the 8th of September, the Malaysian Institute of State Agents. And we're doing an NAR day in which we will bring together every single one of our partners from the Asia Pacific area. It's gonna be a very, very, very cool event with lots of networking, lots of business opportunities, and relationship building. And then last but not least, next in November, this year is going to be in Boston, currently working on the content of the event, working on the global portion of it. I really do hope we can do something along with FIABCI USA, like a reception or something in which we can exchange information, connections, or just simply knowledge to continue to build upon this strong relationship we do have. And that's it. For those of you interested in information about the settlement and all that stuff, even though, as Carla mentioned, we will not be talking about this now, there's these 2 pages that are the best sources to educate members, which are competition.realtor and facts.realtor. A lot of the information, by the way, on these 2 pages, the most important FAQs and other important assets and resources are also translated into Spanish. And with that, that's my email address. You're interested in connecting, always happy to do it. That's it,
Thank you.
Carla.
I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. And my apologies for us running a little bit over, but I think, you know, everyone that was on this platform today learned something they didn't know. I know I did. But I find that even though that we are very unique in our associations, there is so much commonality and room for growth and cooperation that we very much look forward to doing that with every one of you. And again, we appreciate you. Please note that registration is open for our spring meeting. That's going to be in Toronto this year, September 17th and 18th, just following if anyone is going to Realtor Quest in Canada. But again, we're happy you're here. Thank you for being on FIABCI First Friday with us, and we'll see you all again soon.
Have a good day, everyone, or night.
Bye,
whatever.
everybody.
Bye.
Everybody, happy weekend.
Everybody.
Happy weekend.